Hey everyone, my name is Lindsay Woods and I'm the owner of LKT Dynasty Group, also known as LKT Financial. Today, I just wanted to pop on here because if anything, Medicare is so confusing, right? I mean, everybody can agree with that. Medicare is confusing. And then when you mix Medicaid in the mix, it also is even more confusing. So most beneficiaries that I sit down with, they're just uneducated. It's very an uneducated market and industry as a whole, I would say. And it's boring to most people. Most people don't want to sit around and talk about Medicaid and Medicare. Nobody wants to do that. However, I did have a client this morning, and this is the purpose of this video right here, is I had a client already called me this morning to let me know that she got a letter in the mail from Social Security stating that her Part B premiums were going to start coming out of her check in October. If you're on Medicaid and Medicare, you know that paying that Part B premium makes a big difference in that check. So what happened is this client of mine received letters from their Department of Human Services, also known as DHS, and they were to fill these paperwork out. The client had called me. They asked me, what do I need to do? And I said, immediately fill out those paperwork and you need to get it back to them as soon as possible. This client filled them out that day and mailed them in. So DHS never received her mail, and she had to recertify. She had to refill out the paperwork again because she didn't take a screenshot. She didn't scan it into herself to save it for future reference or anything like that. This client just mailed it in because that's what they're told to do. But as a rule of thumb, I do want to say that in anything that you're doing, if you're mailing something in, you should always be scanning it to yourself, saving it on your computer, saving it somewhere, or at the bare minimum, be taking pictures of that stuff because nobody wants to refill out the same things over and over and over. However, so this client still had time. I helped this client scan in the documents for DHS, and then I helped them email that over to them as well. So they still have time to fix it before October, but that's a huge, huge hit to these Medicaid and Medicare beneficiaries. That is a lot of money coming out of that check when they're already struggling, even without that paying that Part B premium. So if you have received this letter, you need to make sure that you're recertifying. If you need help, you need to reach out to someone to help you. You need to come to a local Medicare agent, or you can go to your local DHS office. You can do all those things. And I'm just saying, like, sometimes, and what I'm seeing is that most of the time people don't do it because they don't know they're supposed to, or the importance behind them not doing it. So I know that Medicare and Medicaid is all confusing, but with the help of professionals, Medicaid and Medicare professionals, they can help you get this done, and you need to do it sooner than later.